Great Rising family, this is Amber from Amber's Magical Garden and Small Spaces. I am in my pajamas. It is probably about 7:30 and today it's supposed to be a very hot day here in Zone 9A, Las Vegas, Nevada. Got a lot going on in the garden. It's so funny because I need to do some rearranging. This is my tomato plant. It usually is over there in the corner, but I have since moved my eggplant over there so it doesn't get as much sun. And then I need to move some other things around. So I think this video, at first I was going to talk about seeds and planting and things, and I still can do that, but I think I'm going to do this video based on how to protect your plants when it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. How to protect your plants when you live in an area where summertime is like walking on the sun. You know, not visiting, not passing by, none of that, but like walking on the sun. So let's just start with this. This is a Cape honeysuckle that I literally brought back from this status to here, just by bringing it home, loving it, watering it, and so on. And as you can see, the leaves are very limpy, right? Need some water. Let's see what else is doing the whole help me please, I need water thing. My tomato tree, because that's what I'm calling, I have two of them actually. This one and then this one. This one don't want to stay up. Let it lean in the pineapple guava a little bit. And this one, I had to literally braid the two vines together to give it a little bit of stability, but also it just, to me, it made more sense to braid them together. Sometimes we see vines or trees like Benjamin ficus that is usually braided when it's young. So anyway, my pineapple guava is in need of some love, water, and shade. Last couple days it hasn't been very hot. It's it went back to what it's supposed to be for spring, the end of spring. Today is May, I think 21st, 22nd, something like that. And yeah. And then we have another great plant over there that is drying just a little bit. Let's see if you can see that. It's right here. It's a little bit dry. Over there, it's a little bit dry. I've had to cut a lot. It's looking limpy, right? Everything just at this point kind of looks like it's mixed in, you know. My tomato leaf flowers have dried out right here, and it's being watered. But the intense sun of Zone 9A, this is the zone that I live in, so I can't really speak on any other zone. But the intense sun is not like everybody else's sun. When a package, where'd my corn package go? My corn seeds. When a package reads, sow in open ground, well exposed soil, when soil is warm, thin plants within a few inches, control weeds with mulch, and it gives you this little teeny tiny map of America with these dates, and you're like, what in the heck? It doesn't really cover your zone very well. It doesn't tell you much. It talks about the days to harvest, but on your days to harvest, this isn't when you plant the plant. It's once it becomes an actual seedling, 80 to 100 days. Guess I'm kind of glad that I didn't plant this one yet. But normally, maybe not on these, but it will tell you how. Let's check the spearmint. It'll tell you how what the light is supposed to be. And on my spearmint, it says, I don't know if you can see that, but it definitely says light, part shade, 3 to 6 hours. And the morning sun is the best sun, I feel. And this is usually the bottom of some plant because it's a crawler, which I love. But I've had to tie the string around it so it's not flopping everywhere. But I had it at the bottom of my kumquat. But anyway, I just wanted to let me get to my point, because right now I'm just kind of rambling. My point is that you will have plants curl, you will have plants burn, you will have things stop growing, you will have things bolt. Look at this. This is my Napa cabbage. I just gave up on it and let it bolt. It started bolting. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll get seeds, I guess. This is my lettuce over here. I have green leaf, I have romaine, I have red leaf. I literally stopped picking it because it started to bolt. And when it starts to bolt due to heat, which means grow real fast, get real leggy, right? The fruit or the harvest is now bitter. So I stopped picking my lettuce. I stopped picking my Napa cabbage. So what am I doing to combat this? Okay, let's go there. So one of the things that came to me, I don't know if you can see this bin right here, but Lead Farmer 73 said we should get these bins and plant in them. Put some soil in them, put some holes in the bottom, and plant in them, which I still very much so agree with. However, right when I bought my bins, I was going to put this, drill holes and put soil. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can grab my other one that I haven't used yet. It's enormous. Okay. So I bought one, and this is one of the smaller ones. It's probably about 3 feet. It's probably about a yard. But anyway, I was going to drill holes in this and plant. But something came to me once I realized that I was about to deal with the sun on my balcony, because I'm in a small space. I'm in an apartment complex. My balcony is probably like 12 by 8, like a piece of paper, 12 by 8. So it's a nice size. But anyway, I was like, God, what am I gonna do? I just have all these new babies, and I love my little garden, and how am I gonna protect them from the sun? And it dawned on me, or something came to me, take that in particular, and yes, this is where I'm just keeping all my garden stuff and other stuff, but that's all gardening, recycling things. But anyway, what am I going to do? So something came to me and told me, take one of these, put water in it. Let's see if I can get to the water. Can't get to the water. Can't get to the water. There's water in there. I don't know if you can see that. But put some water in there. And then put the plants in there so that they can drink when they want. That way you don't have to come out here and water every 5 minutes because it's so hot. If you think about it, if you go to a public park or an apartment complex or what have you, their sprinklers come on like at least 2 to 3 times a day. So, no, in the sink. The water to water the plants. It's over there. So that's one. The second thing is that I had to go get shade cloth. I was in Home Depot the other day, and I just so happened to be outside. I was looking for diatomaceous earth, and I just so happened to be outside, and I looked up, and there was cloth. There was shade cloth over at the plant gardening center. And I thought about it, and I already had this up. And I said, wow, most of us go into the gardening centers, and we don't even look up. We're so overwhelmed But the plants, we don't look up to see what are they doing to protect their plants, because they definitely don't take all of the plants inside the house or inside the store to protect them. So they use a shade cloth. Now this shade cloth is 75% shade. I really need to roll it out now. But the way that I did it, and this, I'm actually going to change it. But the way that I did it is I got bicycle hooks. Excuse me. I got a piece of redwood. I got the little nails. You can get whatever nails you want. But I got the nails that they use for cable, so that you can have your cable run along your wall and stuff. And I nailed it to this board. And then I set it inside of the bicycle hooks. And what I do is I roll it out and lay it across over top. This has a post in it. This is my red strawberry guava. It has a post. And then I take it all the way to the end. And then I wrap, I have a piece of wire attached to the edge. And I wrap it around there. So then it drapes. It drapes over my plants. Now, as you see, I have a tomato tree. And my tomato tree goes like up above the tarp or the covering. So, which is why it's kind of leaning all over and talking to everybody right now. So I just wanted to share that tidbit of information. If you are in a hot area, one, make sure you have something, some form of a bucket, a pail, a pan, something. Because even the things that come with, let me see if I can find one. Can't find one out here, but inside the house I have plenty. But many of us have seen, and no, that's not an Afro pick. I use that to aerate my small plants. But you see the thing sitting on top of the bucket? That goes under the bottom, right? And so that collects water. Well, guess what? If you put water in there, it'll water itself when it needs to. So if you have anything that you can put under, a turkey pan, a cake pan, any kind of a pan that you're willing to sacrifice for your plants to water themselves, that's a good step. The second step, shade cloth. Trust me, this shade cloth that I have, this shade cloth right here, it's starting to get hot out here right now. Like, I'm already sweating, and I don't know what time it is. It is 9:12. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. And next week is supposed to be in the hundreds. So this shade cloth reduces the impact of the heat. I've been under it with my plants. And when I tell you, it is so much cooler. And they still get in the sun, but it's just so much cooler than when it's direct sun. Full sun in zones 8A and up are not the same as zones below. Full sun here is nothing like San Diego. Okay, and I'm from San Diego. That's why I keep mentioning it. My kumquat tree requires full sun. Kwame would not make it if I gave him full sun all the time, especially in the summer. He wouldn't make it. He would dry out. I know from experience. I had a macadamia nut tree, and the tree died because it got full sun. Me thinking, it needs full sun. And it was a tree from a 50-year-old tree, my grandfather's tree. So, actually, over 50 years, but it was my grandfather's tree. I had a loquat tree from San Diego, family garden, neighbor's garden, died. I had so many things. I had my daughter's lemon tree that she grew from seeds starting in 2012. Made it all the way to Vegas only to die here from Washington, D.C., or actually Maryland. So when I tell you, make sure that you have plenty of water and make sure you get a shade cloth. That is how you protect your plants. Some you may lose anyway, okay? So just be prepared for that. Oh, also, I had a lady tell me a lattice. You know the lattice, the crisscross lattices that you would see in some people's gardens and that they used to use for tomato plants and stuff like that. She said that a man put up a white lattice And what it did is because it was white, it repelled the sun and the heat, and it minimized the impact. So I could see that. I could definitely see that. And I'm considering putting a lattice here or putting a lattice all the way up. Of course, my apartment complex may or may not like that. I don't know. But we're going to find out together. So anyway, I know this video ran kind of long. It's 15 minutes, and I'm so sorry. But I definitely sometimes, I'm a storyteller. That's the tribe that my people come from. We're storytellers, and on both sides, Native American and Black. So I just will go on and on and on and on and on and on. And it's not that my stories are pointless. It's just I'm giving a deep elaboration. So anyway, again, this is Amber for Amber's Magical Garden. If you found my content beneficial, please like the video and subscribe to help me and to follow me on my journey. Follow me on my journey as I learn about small space gardening. And as I do small space gardening, I've had land, I've done gardens before, but never in an apartment. Never. Whole different level, whole different arena. But anyway, this is Amber in Amber's Magical Garden for Small Spaces. If this content was beneficial to you, please please share in case you find someone else who's in a zone where it's extremely hot and they don't know what to do. Share this information with them, whether you share the video or just by word, This is just to kind of catalog my journey, and I'm just sharing it with you all. Look at Benny, my grapevine. Yeah, he did horrible last year too because of the sun. But he is doing some things. He's reaching for every plant around it. It's amazing. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. And in the event that I don't speak to you again in the near future, you know what? If I can do this, so can you. So can you. And by all means, family, grow something, even if it's as beautiful and as wonderful smelling as spearmint. Take care of yourself. Peace.